Guys, I'm shocked I'm even making this video right now. I don't make CW content on my channel. I don't like the CW, especially with what they do with DC shows. I don't want to be making this. I really don't. I have been saying for a very long time that the CW should no longer be doing DC content. I don't want them touching this property anymore. It was okay at the beginning when Green Arrow was kind of a hit. Then they branched off and introduced the Flash. You know, the first 2 seasons of Arrow was really good. The first 2 seasons of The Flash were good, but right after, the two shows just went downhill and drastically. But it hasn't just stopped there. We've obviously had Legends of Tomorrow, and we've had Batwoman, which I hear is a complete dumpster fire, and that's why it's getting canceled. They even created another show called Naomi or something like that, and good thing that was canceled too. And now we're getting Gotham Knights. When Gotham Knights was first announced, my first thought was failure. I've said this in a previous video before, but I believe Gotham Knights is only being made because of the hype of the video game. And even the video game is not finding itself in a great place right now because it's not looking that great to begin with. The graphics look a little poor, the gameplay looks lackluster, slow, and clunky. It's not looking the prettiest. Now, the source of this synopsis for the Gotham Knights TV show is coming from Deadline. This is the last straw. This is it for the CW. I seriously think the CW era of DC needs to come to an end. I'm really hoping that Warner Brothers Discovery, now that Discovery's moved in, they take their time to analyze all the content in all different regions, and they say, yeah, you see this right here? Yeah, the CW section, strip it. It's done. Get rid of it. I can't handle this anymore. The CW irks me to my very core. Every fiber in my body when I think about how grand DC is and how beautiful a DC world could be created, I then think about the CW and it pisses me off. What are we all thinking when we think Gotham Knights? Yeah, we're thinking about the video game, right? Considering that's where the name came from. So we're thinking Robin and Batgirl and Nightwing and Red Hood. You're thinking the Bat family. You're thinking about the crime-fighting vigilantes who beat up criminals to a bloody pulp and send them to Arkham Asylum. That's what we're thinking. Get ready for this straight-up tomfoolery. Gotham Knights. Batman is dead and a powder keg has ignited Gotham City without the Dark Knight to protect it. In the wake of Bruce Wayne's murder, his adopted son, Turner Hayes. Who? Never heard of him. Turner Hayes is framed for killing the Caped Crusader along with the children of some of Batman's enemies. Duela, an unpredictable fighter and skilled thief who was born in Arkham Asylum and abandoned by her father. What the hell is this? Harper Row, a streetwise and acerbic engineer who can fix anything, and her brother Cullen Row, a clever transgender teen who is tired of being polite and agreeable. What am I reading? I have no words. With the charismatic and hard-charging district attorney Harvey Dent and the GCPD hot on their trail, Turner will rely on allies including his best friend and formidable coder Stephanie Brown and unlikely Batman sidekick Carrie Kelly. Okay, so Stephanie Brown and Carrie Kelly are two people who were actually part of the Batman family. Why wouldn't they be headlining the show? Even with them headlining the show's still garbage, but at least it could be better garbage? No, let's just use them as supporting characters, if that. But our knights will soon learn there is a larger, more nefarious force at work within Gotham City. Nah, nuh-uh, nope. Don't try to entice me with your big wordplay. Nefarious. A bigger plan in Gotham City. This nefarious plan. You already lost my interest within the first sentence of your synopsis. Nothing you say now is going to have me interested in this bullshit. This team of mismatched fugitives must band together to become its next generation of saviors known as the Gotham Knights. Oh, God. This is not... mad. Angry. They are lucky this got greenlit in the first place. This should never be happening. This should have never been filmed. And I'm very sorry to all the businesses in Toronto that had to undergo filming for this show, because it's not worth it. Hollywood continues to show that their definition of being inclusive to everybody is by branding what you are. And that is one big reason why this show will fail. Outside of the reasons that the characters sound terrible, the show sounds terrible, and not to mention culprit number one, look who's behind the show. Our very own Greg Berlanti, the one guy who is responsible for this entire garbage CW universe. It's enough, man. This sounds like terrible fan fiction, as if someone just took a bunch of papers, threw it up into the air, and they were like, okay, grab 10 of them, and as they were grabbing them, they just compiled a terrible story with all these random characters and said, oh, there's Gotham Knights. A Batman-centric show without Batman. And not only is he not involved in any way, but how about the actual Bat family? Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Barbara Gordon. I think it's come to the point where all CW shows just need to be canned. Every single one of them. The DC universe on the CW needs to be discontinued. Even if this synopsis sounded better, like at least a decent show, I still was not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch this dumpster fire, let me tell you right now. There will be no review for this show. There will be no more discussion of this show. I am staying as far away from the CW as possible. This looks horrendous in every way possible. I am so desperately hoping that this show gets canceled within the first 2 minutes of its airtime. Realistically, we cannot sit here hoping for DC to do better, hoping for the content in the world to be better for everyone, for all DC fans. But while we hope for that, we get this. We can't have that. That's not how this works. You cannot hope for DC to be the best version of themselves when they are pumping out garbage content like Gotham Knights, which is nowhere near their best content. It should not even be affiliated with DC. I don't know what this monstrosity is. Are any of us really surprised though? It is the CW. They don't like making comic book content. They don't like making superheroes. They like making teen dramas. They like making their Gossip Girls and their Pretty Little Liars. And for the record, I do like Gossip Girl, so don't at me. But, you know, that's what they do. They are not in the market for making superhero content. I don't even necessarily want to say it's the CW I'm angry at. I'm more angry at Warner Brothers for allowing them to continue this. Enough is enough. This has really made me angry because it just shows how much work Warner Brothers still has to go through. Discovery has a lot of work on their hands, and taking this show off of the air is going to be one of those major things they need to do. This is not a Batman show. This is not a DC show. This is not a superhero show. I don't know what this is. I don't know what and who the Gotham Knights show is catering to. I don't know the point of it. Oh my God. I just had a premonition. I saw the future of Gotham Knights. Do you know what it was? Early cancellation. Anyways, everyone, make sure to put down in the comments below how terrible this idea is, how terrible this show is going to be, because there is just no other way around it. It's going to be complete chemical waste. That's all I got for you on this video. I just want to apologize to all the DC fans that even though there are certain things that go good for us sometimes, and there's still a lot of bad things that happen, and this is one of the bad things. We don't gotta watch it, but that doesn't mean other people should need to suffer in viewing this. So, yeah. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.